I'm Felicia with the Deadly Divas.
And I'm Jessica with Deadly Diva.
The first thing I'm going to go over is our bows and arrows. And Jessica has her bow, I have mine. And this is one of my practice arrows. This is called the knock of the arrow. This is what goes onto your string. And then these are the fletches. And then this one has a field tip on it. There's field tips and broadheads like hers. And the broadhead is what you kill an animal with. Field tips are what you practice with. So, and this is the shaft of the arrow.
Are yours Beeman? Mine are Beeman too.
Yes,
Yours
mine
are
are.
Beeman.
Yep.
And the fun thing for girls, I think that it makes it a little bit fun. You can kind of put your own spin on it. Fletchings. I've been a bow hunter for exactly
1 year.
8 months, not even a year yet. The fletchings you can get in different colors. Felicia's got some really cool like camo, which I'm surprised because it's pink.
Right, these are my old ones. These are just my practice arrows. That's why they're pink, because I don't like them. So this is a wrap, which you can use a wrap, and mine has a pink camo wrap on it, and then I have 2 pink fletchings and a white one. And the white one is called your cock feather. Like hers.
Don't you love these names? I wonder if the guys named these.
So these are on Jess's. She has teal and
I've got peacock color.
peacock feathers,
ladies.
So her
purple.
peacock is her cock feather.
My peacock's got my cock. That sounded really bad. Clearly the brighter the better, because you can see your arrow when you've shot it. Like the hot pink's actually really good to see in the woods. I do have kind of a tough time sometimes with my turquoise because it's not super bright and it can tend to look a little green.
But in the fall, especially around here, Central Oregon, Eastern Oregon, so that, yeah, hers are kind of cool. They have the
pink camo, which I like pink. Felicia seems to think pink is so sissy. There ain't no sissy here.
You just have to think about what colors you're going to not find in the woods, and anything that's flow color or super bright, those are good colors to use. So, you know,
Flow
red,
color.
fluorescent.
Oh, see?
You don't want to usually go with greens and reds. There's lots of that in the fall. So
and
blacks
really,
and browns aren't
you
really
think
great.
like, oh, I'll totally be able to see it when I shoot it. No, you can't. You really can't.
No, it's good to have bright colors.
I have kind of a good beginner's bow. This is my first. Well, this will be my second season bow hunting. Last year was my first, so I didn't want to buy a really expensive bow for my first one, especially since I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. And Bowtech is out of Eugene, Oregon, my hometown. Whoop, whoop. And they make a really good bow. This is a great beginner bow. It's a diamond edge. It's not going to cost you a fortune. You can get a pretty, I think you can find it for about under $400. So it's a really good beginner. They have all different colors, men and women's. I like the fun girly colors. Even though I'm not super girly, I just really like the fun colors. Felicia probably wants to puke when she sees this one. But I got the pink camo, and I've also got pink and gray strings.
It's a infinite edge.
Infinite edge,
and
thank you.
the cool thing about it is that
Yeah, so you can adjust it.
Yes, it's adjustable. So that's really cool. As you get better, you can increase your weight on those. Neat bow.
Yeah. With a Wise Guys release. They only come in purple. I learned that because I was just making fun of Ty the other day, Felicia's husband, because I said, oh, you've got a purple release, huh? He's like, they only come in purple. So I thought I was being pretty funny, and comes to find out they only come in purple. Yeah. But this is a great release. This I splurged on a little bit. I think it's a little bit more than your typical release, but it's worth the extra money. And I didn't want to just like skimp on that. So after talking to Felicia and Ty, I realized that was a really important part of it.
I think of my bow hunting stuff as a tool. It's not really something, it's not like a toy. I think of it as a tool, and just like you do your guns. So a lot of rifle hunters will spend thousands of dollars on rifles and ammo and stuff. Well, that's kind of, you know, that's how we provide for our families. So we tend to do that with our bow. Unlike ammo, we can usually retrieve our arrow and use it time and time again.
Reuse it over and over. So yeah, that's my bow. I wish I could show you more, but I don't know more about it. I just fell in love with bow hunting last year, so it was my first time, and I'm just in love with it, and I'm learning as I go.
Bow here.
Hers is so sweet.
Mine's an obsession.
Whatever.
I've left my my release hooked onto here. So Jessica's bow, I used to have one just like it. It was a diamond razor's edge. And it was very adjustable. It was a good women's and children's or starter bow. My bow, I actually went to Sportsman's Warehouse My husband would kill me if I said that. I did though. I was a rifle hunter, and the guy was showing me all different bows and stuff, and I said, I picked that bow up. If I pick this bow up and I shoot it and it's a bullseye, I'll buy this bow today. And I'll be damned if I didn't shoot a bullseye.
Dang it, why are you so good?
I took that bow home and I shot that bow from 2008 until this year.
It's a great bow. It's a great beginner bow.
I've shot lots of stuff with mine and I loved it. So this is my first year with this bow. The only reason I'm shooting this is because my husband's a distributor for these bows. And
the only reason.
Honestly, like, I would still be shooting my bow. Like, once
true.
I get in a rut, it's hard to pull me out. However, I do have to admit that
I noticed yours is kind of heavy.
A little bit, but actually it's not too bad. Your limbs, which are here, and you have to be really careful. If you have a bow that's really old, make sure and really take a once over and look at it before you shoot it, because if your limbs are cracked or anything, it can actually blow up on you and kill you. So you have to be really careful about.
Wait, what?
Yeah, these are your cams. I have my strings. This is called a D-loop right there on the end. That's what you hook your release to. I have a different release than Jess because mine's short, because I have really small
a shorty,
hands.
and I'm a giant Bertha Olga.
I have a sight. Mine's a multi-pin sight. Ty has one that's just a single pin sight.
Mine's
have
a
three pin sight. This is your quiver. My hunting arrows. They actually have my broadheads, and I have a little bit different broadheads on my arrows than Jess does.
Love that fluorescent green. That's great.
Yeah, and purple. Because again, I don't like pink, so I try to be complicated.
She's really complicated. It's really important to get your bow checked out before the season.
Absolutely.
There's nothing worse than getting out there and having something go wrong with your bow, and you're in the field and you can't get back to a bow shop. Or good luck, they're busy during bow season.
We always go and get our bows tuned, paper tuned, and get extra arrows if we need to, especially because in the summer we do a lot of 3D shoots and we lose a lot of arrows. Shoot and shoot and shoot. I'm not quite as good as Ty is because I have children and dinner and a job that takes up a lot of time. Like
the struggle is real to find time to practice.
Really hard, and we shoot every day. I used to, when I was in college, I used to set up a target in the hallway of my house because it would be snowing outside, and I wouldn't want to go outside and shoot my bow. And I didn't have children at the time, of course, but
kids ruin everything.
I would shoot down the hallway to my target and practice that every single night.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I shot in the house.
I literally shot through my fence with a practice arrow.
Oh,
those suckers are sharp.
Sure. Yeah,
like they go right through drywall.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do have to be very careful. But yeah, that's how I used to practice. I mean, you should be shooting every day. If you're a good bow hunter, you should be confident in your shot.
I literally need to be smelling their hide. They need to be able to lift up their leg and pee on me for me to get a shot. Last year I did take a shot at this stupid buck that just wouldn't leave me alone. This guy stopped in his truck because we were near a road, and he's like, oh, I'll just leave that one for you. He's too little. And I was like, I'm not going to shoot him either. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a shot. Way underestimated how far he was.
It's really rangefinder. It's a huge, if you're going to bow hunt, and especially by yourself, I definitely think that you should invest in a rangefinder.
Rangefinder.
Yeah. When you have a bull, I mean, they're the size of a freaking horse. And when they're
huge,
screaming at 30 yards or closer, you don't know what your name is. It's super important to have a rangefinder because you never know.
I need a rangefinder. I don't have a rangefinder. I need to buy a rangefinder.
Again, I got your back.
Yeah.